the father of the space age. That's what they call him. You know what he said? I'm not the father of the space age. This guy, Jack Parsons, was openly a devil worshiper. He developed the fuel that enabled us to penetrate the stratosphere. Satellites could not have come about without this guy. In his diary that he himself wrote, he had a dream. This is 1948. He had a dream where he saw somebody that he calls Belial Dajjal. And he tells him, you are helping me. Okay, I'm not making this up. You think I'm making this up? Wallahi, I'm not making this up. You go look it up yourself. Okay, so where's all this stuff coming from? Seriously, where's it all coming from? We're in the age of the Dajjal, you know. It's just Allahu A'lam, when and where and what, but this is it, people. As far as I'm concerned, it's end game. Read about the magic and the Enlightenment period. All these scientists were magicians. They were all into black magic. You read about Francis Bacon. I just read a biography of Francis Bacon called Knowledge is Power. Magic and the creation of modern science. Francis Bacon was reading all these magical books. 2001: A Space Odyssey. What's his name? Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C. Clarke, great technologist. He actually has most of the patents that enabled the satellites, right? If you look at his interview with BBC in 1961, where he predicts the internet, he predicts the cell phones, he predicts texting. He said that by the year 2000, people are going to have handheld devices that enable them to talk to anybody anywhere, right? Arthur C. Clarke said, and he has 3 laws of technology. One of his laws is no technology reaches a level of complexity except it becomes indistinguishable from magic. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a Luddite, right? I'm using a microphone right now. I'm not a Luddite, but this whole worshipful attitude towards technology to me is really stupid.
The Illuminati's agenda to use the Apple Computer Company to brainwash the masses in preparation for the transhumanist evolution, as well as prepare them to accept the mark of the beast. The Apple Computer Company is a sinister company being used in the Illuminati agenda to prepare the Antichrist kingdom. So the first thing that you just need to do is look at the logo. It's an apple, and there's a bite out of it. So what are they trying to say and symbolize with this logo? If you look at the official story, you're never going to get the truth. We're dealing with satanic secret societies. They keep everything secret. So this is a symbol from Apple Computer of satanic Luciferian enlightenment, that godhood can be achieved by a bite out of the forbidden fruit.
The first Apple was sold for $666.66.
Historical first yesterday as Apple, maker of MacBooks and the iPhone, of course, became the first public U.S. company to be valued at $1 trillion.
It's the company that promised to change the world. Today, it's iPhones and other products the center of life on the go. Now, Apple making history as the world's first $1 trillion company.
Now, this is an HP commercial, and as you can see, for those of you who study the Illuminati, you understand the transhumanist agenda. They believe that at some point they will become gods by merging themselves with technology. It's called the singularity. Ray Kurzweil, a Google executive, is actually saying that by 2045 we will achieve what he calls singularity, man merging with machine, therefore man evolving into a god. And here we have Dr. Dre promoting this transhumanist agenda. Later on in the commercial, the Beats by Dre conveniently comes here, and I mean, it's blatant, 666, the number of the beast. Now, this, to most brainwashed people who do not know that there is an Illuminati matrix, a satanic antichrist matrix that blinds their eyes so they can't even see the truth hidden right in front of their eyes.
Apple possibly poised to make the biggest deal in its history and in the process create what could be hip-hop's first billionaire. This is all about Dr. Dre's popular company Beats, which does headphones and much more.
In the late, the Renaissance period and the Enlightenment period were involved heavily in magic. And you can study this in the history of it. They were very interested in alchemy. All of these sciences came out of these occultic sciences. So there's a relationship between very, very sophisticated sciences and magic. Many of the people that are involved in film, many of the people involved in music, many of the people that are involved in newscasting, they know how to manipulate the minds of people. Whether it's done with this type of magic or simply with the power of technology and the higher magic, the result is the same. You get people that are as if they're possessed. When you actually find out about the characters that were involved in producing a lot of this technology and you read the history of it, you find that they were really involved in a lot of these things, which is very strange. And when you see the result that these things have on people and the effect that they have on them. The men that invented the nuclear bomb were all, wizards, really. And they were wizards. And some of them were involved in black magic. This is simply a fact. So the demonic realm is real. And there are people, unfortunately, that are actively involved in attempting to bring that realm into this realm. And this is where it gets very strange.
As the Luciferian philosophy, they don't believe that there ever was a God, or that there ever is a God, aside from man himself. And man has not reached that state yet, but can, this is what they teach in the lodges, that if you perfect yourself as the temple of the God within, we've all heard this in the New Age movement, you too can become God.
The term I am seems to be quite powerful and is used more often than any of us even think about. And God said to Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. So what does I am mean? I am means God. It means bypassing God and cheating death. The elite have been trying to find ways to live forever for a long time now, and they are getting close. I am means hijacking God's creation and changing it so it can defy death, which is not natural. We are meant to live and die. It's as simple as that. Is anyone familiar with the pop star Will I Am? He is admittedly a futurist, meaning that he is big on the development of future technologies. Not to say that this is inherently bad, but when you understand what I am actually means, then it changes your perspective pretty quickly. Will I Am owns a company called I Am Plus. When you go to the About section of I Am Plus, it says this: I Am Plus is a Hollywood-based technology company. Our vision is to create a community of creatives and coders, and believe that through music and technology as the first step, we can usher in a powerful new era built on AI. Artificial intelligence, of course. So this is obviously a pro-transhumanism company. Not to mention, H+ is the abbreviation for transhumanism, and there is a magazine called H+, dedicated entirely to transhumanism. Will I Am seems like a harmless pop artist that makes music for little kids, but it goes much deeper than that. In fact, when you really pay attention to his music videos, you see a lot of transhumanist symbolism. It even shows in his work with the Black Eyed Peas. Let's start with Beyonce and her album, I Am... Sasha Fierce. So I looked around a little, and sure enough, I found an ad for the Beyonce 2009 I Am tour, with her portrayed as a cyborg. I also found a picture from a performance where she was dressed like the android from the 1927 movie Metropolis. In fact, Metropolis is one of the very first dystopian movies about transhumanism, and still shows up in a lot of today's pop music. In the movie, there is an inventor who creates a machine man that he considers to be the man of the future. The android has the ability of taking the form of any person, and the inventor says that no one will be able to tell a machine man from a mortal. It blows my mind that the transhumanist dream was already present back in the 1920s. And today we see Beyonce, Kylie Minogue, Janelle Monáe, Christina Aguilera, Lady Gaga, and many more paying homage to the metropolis, whether they are in the know or not. Let's check out a company called Humai. This company is dedicated to figuring out how to upload people's consciousness into computers in order to live forever. What's interesting is that Humai backwards says I am. You can't make this stuff up. One of the people that work there is Kate Aquino. She's listed as a futurist and she's all over the internet under the handle Miss Metaverse, pushing the transhumanist agenda. Her father happens to be Michael Aquino, a satanic high priest and founder of the Temple of Set. But not only that, he was a lieutenant colonel for the United States military at the same time, and the military was fully aware. Here's an old newspaper article about Michael Aquino with the title "Devil Worshipper Holds Sensitive Army Post and Top Brass Says No Problem." Here he is hanging out with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. And it doesn't matter if you believe in that kind of stuff. The scary thing is that they do believe it, and they are acting on it. One day, everything in this world that was once natural will be synthetic and without a soul. And they are knowingly and actively corrupting his creation to the core. At least that's what they think.
So what we're looking at behind this whole agenda, they're being open about it because they're trying to sell it as making people superhuman. The whole term singularity refers to a point where artificial intelligence becomes greater in thinking potential than human consciousness, the human conscious mind. Of course, it's complete nonsense because the opposite is the case. It's not about making people superhuman. It's about making them subhuman. It's about the end of humanity as we know it in terms of anything. That is the entire agenda of this transhumanist nightmare which is unfolding around us and which the Singularity University here is pushing and pushing and pushing, and Kurzweil and co are pushing and pushing and pushing.
Here's the way they look at it. Here's their metaphor. Adam and Eve were held prisoner in the Garden of Eden by an unjust, cruel, and vindictive God until Lucifer set man free from this garden by giving him the gift of intellect. Through the use of intellect, man will conquer the earth, will conquer nature, and will himself become God. It's taught in every Masonic temple in this land, every secret brotherhood, every secret society, every mystical temple, every occult organization teaches the Luciferian philosophy.
To bring in the New World Order, they need to create a Big Brother spying system where everyone is monitored and they can, just like God, see all things.
People think of Google primarily as a search engine on the internet, which first of all gives it enormous power because of its domination of the search engine arena, because through algorithm codes and other technology and methods, they can manipulate the stories that appear most prominently on their search engine lists.
Of course not. That is a warm hoodie.
Yeah, no, it's a thick hoodie. It's a company hoodie. We print our mission on the inside.
What? Oh my
really?
God, the inside of the hoodie, everybody. Take a moment. What is it? Making the
world more open and connected.
Oh my God, it's like a secret cult. Look at that, making the world open and connected, stream graph platform, and this weird symbol in the middle that is probably for the Illuminati. Oh, 2010.
No, it's 2010.
Okay. Oh, no.
Here's the way they look at it. Here's their metaphor. Who brought man the gift of fire? They believe Lucifer. What was the gift of fire? Knowledge, intellect. Hasn't man created industry, culture, society, science from the use of one solitary thing? Fire.
That the discovery or invention or harnessing of fire was one of the great scientific and technological discoveries in all of human history. Fire, to a great extent, made human civilization possible. Fire made it possible. There was no Bronze Age without fire. No Iron Age without fire. No Industrial Revolution without fire. The advances of science and technology are greatly dependent on the human ability and capacity to take fire and use it for human good. Fire makes it possible for us to text and tweet and email and Instagram and Facebook and socially be dysfunctional with each other.
بلى من كسب سيئة وأحاطت به خطيئته فأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون